most economy environment greener. So when we look at the bulk of what we produce, even though egbin are not, they are carbon driven, they are carbon based, carbon sods are even maybe 5 to, it's more of talk than actually Nigeria. Let me show Lagos to Calabar. We see that we have a massive wind power that we can use. People trying to see for it to a much. Are we engaging a form of reverse engineering, whereby we can take when it comes to the energy mix?
With what our colleagues are doing in other countries, take for example Kenya, you'll be shocked. Recently I was in Kenya and I visited this particular solar farm and I was in awe because what I saw there, if you can replicate that in Nigeria, forget about energy access in underserved areas, in unserved areas and rural areas. And just like you said the other time that government is trying to move investments up in particular is a lack of funds. Because to deploy a let's say a 30 megawatts solar asset, I'm talking of CNI customers now, you know what it takes. And when you go with, say, you go with PAS or SAS, you'll be in debt. You have to, reassess and focus. It doesn't have to be sunlight alone. I mean, renewable doesn't have to be sunlight alone, but in Nigeria, I think our attention is more tilted towards the PV technology, and we are leaving the other investments that government have made or private sectors have made in, let's say, gas to power. In fact, let's talk about gas to power now. All the other generating sets or plants we have is gas to power, thermal, right? So what's going to happen to all those investments? Recently, another one was commissioned in Aba State, just to So I think we have to do more. Thank you very much, sir, for that beautiful contribution. So going on with you, Olawale, am I correct?
Just call me Damilare. In Nigeria, I think we've entered what we call interesting season, right? And I'll give you reasons why we've entered. So when we started our initiatives on removal of subsidy, I would like to take us down the memory line, right? Lane rather, is that what has happened is government has removed subsidy on kerosene. I'm not sure you will come to Lagos where I stay. You might need to walk more than 1 kilometer to actually see a household with kerosene. What we have now seen with those alternate fuel is that a lot of attention is taken away from them, right? So if you check the NNDPR reporter, when they tell you the amount of petroleum PMS we import prior to when subsidy was removed. So the point we are now having it because the demand is appreciable now. Because I tell you, it's almost difficult for SMEs to run their businesses with generator now. It's almost difficult for them, right? So a lot of them are either switching to LPG powered generator or they go somewhat solar, right? So what I see so I feel that in the interim, right, I expect the price to appreciate a bit more, such that investors can then see the domestic market as a choice market as well. But again, when that is done, you then expect that once it is there's enough incentive, that is, it becomes economically viable to deploy gas assets to commercialize domestically, you then begin to have a lot of players coming. Then that's when you then see the prices crashing down. But for now, maybe for the next 5 to 10 years, I expect the price to keep shooting up. I know the government is going to try to control that. But after 10 years, so to speak, you then expect that I will have reached another form of, another phase, whereby we now have many players, right? New investment has been added to what we have on ground now. Like you had mentioned, the presidential CNG initiatives, for example. So all of these initiatives should have come up to something. And In the next 10 years, we should then begin to see the results they've been able to produce. Then those results should now be the driver of the price. That is, you then begin to crash the price again. But for people that have stayed long enough in
We spoke about the 2030 Nigeria.
Market dynamics for okay. That's for now. Um, the market is vibrant, so to say. Um, more people actually wants to go off grid, especially in the rural area, where they are underserved from the grid, right? And they are looking at the alternative, a more sustainable alternative with lesser maintenance. And I know it was rare in the time past to see people talk about biogas or converting their sludge to energy. But we've seen many households today that run effectively cooking stoves based on the sludge from their household waste. Average Nigerian is frustrated with the supply of energy, especially electricity. That implies that if the price is going to come down for renewable energy, because that also at present is on the higher side, made worse by the current economic crisis, especially the unstable forex. But in time to come is going to be such that every household might rely to some extent on renewable energy in Nigeria. Where I live, you look around, you see houses that are going hybrid. Hybrid in the sense that they have a backup, continue for some time to come, especially when people begin to realize the benefits of renewable energy. Energy poverty is prevalent in Nigeria. I can see that people can even, they can introvert in this sense, because people in the rural area, where the acceptance is growing. Many people want to express that, but unfortunately, of recent economic down, you can actually use 400,000 to do digester in your. It's what is discouraging people for now. But if the economy improves better, I can guarantee that many people will move away. Or maybe try to balance the energy based on how much of renewable is coming into their consumption. But generally speaking,
Renewable space. From my own experience, I know of unserved areas where we have given them energy access, even beyond lighting their homes. I'm talking about productive use of energy right now. So I've seen communities whereby we have powered them that even they don't use gas to cook. We find a way to kind of empower them to even use their electric burner with solar PV technologies. I've seen places whereby we've kind of given them, how will I put it, all these people who sell soft drinks, they need coolants or cooling systems for their businesses. We've kind of empowered them. Productive use, using solar PVs, a lot like that. Even in irrigation farming, in Abuja and beyond, you can eat corn all through the year. It doesn't have to be seasonal again, because most of these farmers, they have solar irrigation system that can irrigate and water their farm throughout the year, and that has actually improved the agricultural system again. And also, okay, there's this particular device we are still developing. We are in the prototype stage in China now. And what it does is that we realize 350 naira. So we realize that why these prices are exorbitant is because of the cost of fuel and maintenance of the generating set. So why can't we have a designed and specialized PV system that the only thing it does is to charge as many as 100 devices, fast charging at once? So in the next 2-3 months, that should be in the $800 million of investment, worth of grant. Though the grant is based on performance, it's a performance-based grant. So we have lots of international organizations coming in to kind of give grants to kind of elevate or help, ingenuity of Nigerians as coming to deployment of PV systems. So I support your take that in the coming years, the raise and move towards alternative source of power is going to be on the increase. In fact, in universities, I think it's going to be on the increase in the coming years. Thank you very much, sir. So before we take the last questions, in case you have any question you want to ask, you can jot down your questions right now. So after this last round of questions, we can entertain questions from the audience. So my last question for you, Damilare, is that how important is, okay, before I ask this, let me first ask you this question. You've spoken about the high cost of investments in gas sector and the need for investors to move their product to a market where that attracts, higher returns for them. So do you think, in your own thinking, do you think we can solve this issue? So do you think modular refineries in this sense can actually help to curb the increase in, in the price of gas domestically to Nigerians?
All right. So you need to really understand the country that is outside Nigeria that would collect naira from you. So why am I driving at is we still need to do more. Just like Prof mentioned when he started off. When it comes to our knowledge base, the problem is not that we cannot learn. That's never been the problem, and that's why we will succeed anywhere we go to, right? Anything they keep to our hands, we survive, right? But so first thing first is we need to than in Nigeria. So when somebody needs anything, it's cheaper to go to, it used to be the US of this world, now it's now the Chinese of this world now. So if we can bring in some manufacturing capacity in-house here first, then the demand grows sporadically high that you can then begin to have some what economists will call economies of scale. Because when you then need to produce gas at large volumes, then you can then gain from. I remember there was a time we wanted to build a facility, and luckily for us, we had made an order, and COVID struck, and there was he does the fabrication, he does the whatever. We gave him the dimension. Okay, this is how you are going to cut it. We brought in everything, and we were able to deliver that project while in COVID. While a lot of companies were unable to make money during COVID because of their goods were stocked somewhere in China or whatever, we finished the project, we started off, and that was the last time ever from you. But we'll try and do reverse engineering, do prototyping, and see, even if it is 10% of what we need to get from you, we can do ourselves. We understand how it affects our cost structure. So, and I think these are where they deconstruct things you think you know, they add to things you should know, and by the time you are coming out from that system, you are ready to start making contributions into the energy space. And this has been our strategy for the on a project that has to do with assembling lithium-ion batteries. We are not saying we can produce lithium-ion batteries yet, but we know that if you can start with assembly, we know that we'll get it there. If you cannot assemble, you cannot produce. Something I can still, that is not like a black box, that I can still add 1 to 2 together. And of course, yes, you can then do your reverse engineering. If you put all these structures in place.
That was some 2-3 years ago. So kudos to you and your team. So last question for Prof. So sir, what policy change recommend for the government.
A lot of restructuring. More importantly, encouragement to the people who are investing in the renewable energy space. Because due dates, timelines, we may not be able to meet them. At the rate at which we are going, not conducive enough to have that monopoly power, to have your returns, then there's a problem. That means, I think Naseni, whereby they are trying to encourage conversion of your cars. And it turns out that most Nigerians cannot afford Dixon. Although it's cleaner than using, what do you call it, the PMS. But at the same time, it is not as clean so that we can have more people coming into the space. Tax holiday is there for the people. We have a lot of policies that have been adopted in the advanced world. There is a way they give you green tax, which means if you go green, then government is going to price of the product we are buying. Today, it's more or less like you are operating in the black markets. Only few guys that have access to suppliers are into it. So if you really deregulate the market so that and more people will be encouraged to also use it. So to me, it is left for the government to see merits in adopting strategies that we encourage more people to adopt renewable energy. And one thing is this: tax holiday can be used as an instrument, a kind of plug where we can't really see what is going on. That is going to discourage a lot of people from.
Prof has said. I think the government needs to reassess, and also, how will I put it? Just imagine government can give commensurate. Fine, I understand we have the interconnected system, like the Wuse market in Abuja is being powered by a mini grid operator. Yes, that happens, but I still believe.
Please, a big round of applause once again. Let's jam our hands together. That's a very wonderful session. Thank you so much, Mr. Olakunle Williams, ably represented. A big round of applause too for Professor O.R. Olayemi. Thank you so much. So right about now, I have a massive giveaway for us. Oh, I beg your pardon, Professor Olayemi. Olayeni, why did you confuse me again? Professor Olayeni, thank you so much for that beautiful one. So right about now, yes, please can we jam hands together for representative from Riverbank? Please, let's do better. A big round of applause. Let's keep for you. I'm not joking, though. So I can only on for 20 people. So the first 20 people to join. First 20 people to join. Are you ready? I can make a first check if I get data. So I'm trying to remove the password from my hotspot. Corporate mobile now. You still they ask. Am I saying I can't remove it too? So 5 people connected at once. I'm not joking. 0, 1, 2.
Of the greatest Bobo. Of the greatest Baba. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so happy to be here and to represent my organization. So my name down. So we give loans, we support businesses. Let's say you want to jackpot, because we are in jackpot era now. You want to jackpot, come to Riverbank. You want loan for your studies, come to Riverbank. You want loan for your business, come to Riverbank. But there is a sweet product we have for students now. It is very, very sweet, and It's very sweet and it is what you are going to enjoy. So I want to call upon my colleague Moses Gamfo to come and take us on that part. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to gyrate to one of the greatest. How do you do it in OAU?
Greatest who of the greatest she one of the greatest power of the greatest I.
All right, thank you so much, MC. We have a product, but this time around, we are not giving you urgent 2K. We fashioned this product to help people with their tuition fees. That's why we call it 2K Tuition. What is 2K Tuition? It's a product that was created to help all students in Nigerian universities to pay their fees. You're studying a course and you're in a Nigerian university. I know that sounds funny, but we know that there are people who are in school and are not, taking any course and not students. So you must be in a Nigerian university as in OAU and you must be 3.50. Excellent. So let's assume that we set a target for you for 3.5 for a particular session, not a semester, semester 1 and semester 2. And at the end of that, with a minimum CGPA peculiar to the second class upper of your school. And then when you meet your targets, it means your CGPA has been successfully achieved. It makes you qualify and eligible for the fee payment. And then we reward you. Can we have the next slide? Yeah, every student is going to register with 2,000 Naira. However, that is just a... Yes, so the idea is just to sponsor your next semester. All right, so we're not trying to make money from you. We're only trying to challenge you to be better versions of yourself academically. You pay a commitment fee. We all know that whatever comes freely is most often underappreciated. That's why you're paying that 2,000. You're studying French, you're studying mechanical engineering, you're studying Yoruba language. We do not care what course you're studying. You'd have to put in efforts to get a first class in Yoruba, just like you are, of students that we want to reward. We don't care how much your school fee is. We understand that fee payment or fee prices vary in universities, million naira. So have no fear. You get a target, you meet your target, we pay your school fees. Please put your hands together for Riverbank.
Please, one more time, a round of applause for Riverbank. Now, for so many of you that are so interested, you want to know more, you want to learn more, they have a stand downstairs of NESA. I don't want to murder their name. I'm sure that when they come up, we have a very lovely magazine that we're going to be launching today. Please, a round of applause for that. Let's jam our hands together for that. So right now, we're doing presentation of awards. We want to present some couple of awards. There's the ticket number, right? Ticket number 1, stand up. Ticket number 1, don't go. The first shall be the last. And you there? That are you ticket number 1? Why didn't you not stand up? What's going on in your house? Which area do you stay? Just curious. Where area? You stay on campus? Where area? Road 7. You came, step forward. Your life is about to turn around. Step. You came all the way from Road 7 and you got here 7 a.m. You're around yesterday too. What's your name?
Rachel.
Rachel. Very beautiful lady. Now, Rachel, I have something to say to you. Where's your phone first? There's no light on your number. Is your phone dead? You have to leave the phone at home. I want to give you food stuff too. I'm going to clap. You're coming very early. What department are you?
Accounting.
You're in accounting. Lovely. Round of applause. What level are you?
4.
You're in 400 level. Say thank you to you. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful, beautiful. You see, I always say, you don't know the moment your life will. Just like that in the blink of an eye. So 20,000 around in the bag. Come again like this. We are not done with you. So we are giving our food stuff. I mean, I'm impressed that you are in. Okay, she should come. Okay, bros, no, they play that kind of play. Oh. I thought you want to add another 50K. All right. Now, I thought she's in 100 level. How many of you thought she's in 100 level? Because you are thinking, oh, now why she get time to they come here by 7 a.m. It's 60, Abby. Eh? For 8 years, one Abby is 75. Some people are saying 75, some people are saying 60. Some people are saying 80. Plus you plus tutorial fee plus this, how much is it? 60, Abby. Solid. Wait, what's wrong with you people? Is it your giveaway? Me, I'm even asking. It's not like I have the money. Solid. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. I always say it. If you do, like, it's very okay if you are not doing anything much aside being a student, but there must be something to show for it. And she has that. A round of applause. If she's not lying, no, she is solid. I love that. I always say if the only thing you have is your academics, let people know that you didn't do extracurricular activity. I don't know if you get my point. Not that the only thing you have is academics and another that kind of thing. So you need to go and think now. Go and sit down before the end of this event. If any idea comes to your mind, any way you think I can help, you let me know. I can't buy a car for you, hope you know, and I can't buy a house for you. All right, please let's present the awards now, ladies and gentlemen. Please, can we jam together for Dr. Adedokun? A round of applause for Dr. Adedokun as he joins us. Let's present a couple of awards. Also, can we make welcome representative from Riverbank to join us? Now, we've seen the work of their hand. And also, I think they are the sponsor for this, for the prize, for the quiz, right?